Welcome to the Elevator World News Podcast. Today's news podcast is sponsored by elevatorbooks.com.
From educational programs and books to unique gift ideas and more, the only website you need is elevatorbooks.com. This site offers books and materials on maintenance, safety, history, legal issues, technology, and more. Start browsing today at elevatorbooks.com.
This is your daily industry news update for November 20th, 2018. In today's news, EHC Global has opened a new facility in Spain. Firefighters performed a dramatic rescue of passengers trapped in an elevator in an iconic Chicago skyscraper. A new mixed-use tower has been announced for a growing development in Honolulu. A noted architect and developer are teaming up for a new high-rise building in London. And an escalator rider's legal fight over handrail use will be heard by Canada's Supreme Court.
EHC Global has opened a 3-story facility in the La Negria district of Seville, Spain, to accommodate growth of its Spain and Portugal operations. The space houses sales, project management, customer service, and administrative personnel. It provides additional space and production capacity for escalator handrail preparation and splicing and track-tail lift equipment servicing, as well as escalator assembly and storage space. Additional warehousing and distribution space accommodates a wide range of escalator components, including steps, safety brushes, rollers, and step chains for the modernization and replacement markets.
Members of the Chicago Fire Department performed a dramatic rescue of 6 passengers trapped in an elevator that had fallen more than 80 floors in the former John Hancock Center in downtown Chicago on November 16th, various news outlets, including the Chicago Tribune, report. Attributed to a snapped cable, the incident happened shortly after midnight when the passengers, who were leaving the Signature Lounge on one of the uppermost floors, say the elevator began descending faster than anticipated, then stopped. One of the riders pressed the emergency call button, and firefighters responded approximately 45 minutes later. Because the elevator was in a blind shaft with no openings, firefighters used the building's electronic system to get a rough idea of where the elevator was, then drilled a small hole in a wall near the 11th floor parking garage, into which they inserted a tiny, flexible camera to determine the precise location. Once that was done, they cut a hole in a wall, braced the unit, and helped passengers exit using a ladder at approximately 3 a.m. A city spokesman says the unit was last inspected in July. An investigation is ongoing as to how and why the cable failed.
Honolulu's growing Ward Village will get another distinctive new building, with construction set to begin next year on the 41-story mixed-use Ko'ula, named for the Hawaiian sugarcane plant from which architect Studio Gang drew inspiration, Architectural Digest reports. With a gentle bend permitting an ocean view for each residence, the structure will contain retail on the lower levels and 565 residences above. Ko'ula will be situated off the central plaza that will host local events, arts, and culture activities for Ward Village, a Howard Hughes Corporation development expected to bring more than 4,500 new homes to the market.
Renzo Piano Building Workshop is again teaming up with Shard developer Seller Property Group for a new office retail structure in an emerging district next to London Bridge Station in Southwark, London, Architects Journal reports. The building appears to be at least 20 stories tall. Should it be approved, it will include a new pedestrian path and join other towers that are part of the larger St. Thomas Street East Framework Plan being overseen by multiple landowners. That plan includes a 39-story origami-style tower by Cone Peterson Fox across from the Shard that replaces a 2010 plan for a 45-story student housing tower that was approved but never built.
The Supreme Court of Canada will hear the case of a woman who was ticketed, fined, and arrested for refusing to hold an escalator handrail in a Société de Transport de Montréal, or STM, station in Laval, Canada in 2009, the Montreal Gazette reports. The woman contended a pictogram advising passengers to hold the handrail was a warning rather than a legal obligation. After being acquitted of disobeying the pictogram and obstructing the work of an officer, she filed a 45,000 Canadian dollar or 34,090 US dollar lawsuit against STM in 2012. The Quebec court rejected the lawsuit, but one of the judges agreed with the woman's assertion the pictogram represented a warning, noting the woman's reactions, quote, only aggravated the situation, end quote. For more industry-related information, visit elevatorworld.com and be sure to subscribe to our podcast in iTunes or the Google Play Store. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the Elevator World News Podcast, just let us know by emailing advertising@elevatorworld.com.